Before an address by the MEC, we have Hlengiwe Mbuthuma to do something special. If it's in church, in my language, Setswana, bar muruti we miswa ka sefela. Banung MEC we miswa ka poem. We've got Hlengiwe Mbuthuma to do that, and then the MEC will have an address by the MEC.
Class, tonight's lecture is based on pages 1947 to 1985 of our textbook. Title, Sir Matthew Goniwe. Subtitle, a legend, a leader, a game changer, a true politician. He lands himself in the books of great African, excellent black history. The kind we never get to learn about in our schools. I digress. See, these are broad yet gentle shoulders of a mighty fighter whose minefield was a battleground, whose weapon was knowledge. Working hard to find the balance between the equilibrium of chemistry and inequality. Finding and designing mathematical equations to help us solve for X. Because he understood that this is war, and we will never stop solving for X. The X of freedom, the X of inequality, the X of true leadership, the X and the greatest X of all of socio-economical injustices that are strangling and choking our nation and our future, along with the climate changes. Yes, these are the broad shoulders we come to tonight. We lean in the great leader, the legend, Unyana Kamampingi, who has reincarnated himself through the MGSLG initiative. We salute and we say, Siyabonga, Magwande Masebenzi Magwande. Of course, we are here tonight to labor on what would Tata Goniwe do in our context and lifetime. Nyani. Of course, he would start by applauding and lauding they who go before us, our teachers, the backbones of every profession. Siyabonga, magwande basebenzi, magwande. I'm sure he would not end there. He would reprimand and challenge us like this. Vukani, vusani amehlo bahlali. Hayibo, ngithi vukani, vusani amehlo bahlali. Indlu iyasha. Remember the warriors' blood you have been bathed in. Remember their sweat you have been baptized in. Yes, you are sons and daughters of war, descendants of fighters, but we need to fight differently. It's all about mental capacity. See, tuta is a delicacy of they who are wise. We are swindled by a different kind of oppression. And so this is a cry from the belly of the beast that will soon regurgitate us only to crush our youthful bones. Nothing about the future looks pretty here. And so to the living forefathers I write, to the ones who seek to lead I ask, is this the future you dreamt of for your children? When you cried out for freedom, was it just for you to gluttonously consume or watch while your brothers do the same in silence? How does it make you feel to know that your grandsons and daughters will be living in the swamp of your debt? There comes a time when silence is the highest form of betrayal, and this, by far, is the highest form of its kind. Nevertheless, the struggle picks itself and continues. A jobless graduate takes it to the street, holding up a sign. It's a massacre, an epoch of depressed youth, for how can they meditate in these dark ages? It comes in stages. And so they get wasted, drinking heavy enough to lay off their heavy burdens. The struggle picks itself up and continues. They told us that education is the key to success, but the locksmith changed the locks, and now we're trapped. But let the drum beat to the sound of change. Let the drum beat to the sound of us solving for X. Let the drum beat as we reincarnate the soul of Tata Goniwe. Let it beat to those who will innovate and change, to our society that will become the change we need for our sons and daughters. Let the drum beat Let the drum beat. We need the drum to beat for us to wake. Arise, African, arise. Black child, arise in this time. Let the drum beat to the sound of change, because nothing about the future looks pretty here.
They do the voice.
No, thank you very much. The poet, especially there's a couple of young people, in fact a lot of young people. I used to be young myself, in case you are surprised. She has posed quite a number of questions, and I really do believe that those answers can only come from yourselves, more than become questions for us or the older